Bhagavad Gita session. Yeah, last class we have discussed up till 2.10 slokas, I think so. In the second chapter, just a little bit recap. Why we need to study Bhagavad Gita?
To reach Krishna.
To reach Krishna. To reach Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mother.
Oh. Krishna has spoken Bhagavad Gita, so it is the ultimate truth and it is the perfect science. So we have to lead our life according to the orders of Krishna to reach back home, Godhead, or to reach back to Krishna.
Yes.
But what is the actual Bhagavad Gita? Because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna, so it is a perfect science. By reading Bhagavad Gita, what are the conditions we are going to come out of it? By reading Bhagavad Gita, what is the main source what we are going to get?
We know about what is the difference between soul and super soul.
Okay, the self-realization point. Next.
And Bhagavad Gita is the part of the Mahabharata Bhishma Parma, and it will say about the Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, and Karma.
Okay, all the 5 qualities of Bhagavad Gita that is spoken. But actually, why?
Bhagavan feature.
Hmm?
To attend Bhagavan feature.
I didn't get you, Prabhu. Just be little louder.
To attend this Bhagavan feature, Motherji.
Prabhu, little bit louder. I'm hearing double
మ్యూట్ లో
voice.
పెట్టండి ప్రభుజీ ఇక రెండు ఆన్ లో ఉన్నాయి ఒకటి మ్యూట్ లో పెడితే
Yes. Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Go ahead.
1 minute, Mataji. There is some sound problem. You are hearing my voice, Mataji?
Yeah, it's clear, Prabhu. Now it is clear.
But I am not hearing your voice, Mataji. 1 minute.
You're unable to hear my voice. Is it loud enough?
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
it's hearing.
Surely Bhagavad Gita is
1 minute,
spoken
Mataji.
for our
I'm not
self-realization.
hearing your voice.
ప్రభుజీ మీ మైక్ లో ప్రాబ్లం
Yeah.
ఉన్నట్టుంది ప్రభుజీ.
Mataji?
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, I can hear
Prabhuji.
you.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, we have to read Bhagavad Gita because it is spoken by the Lord.
No.
Yeah. You can hear it, no? And also because Arjuna is having lot of compassionate towards Bhima and Dronacharya. So he was compassionate towards his eternal soul. So we have to know what we are really. What is our identity? That is important. Without knowing identity, we can't go back to Krishna. So first we have to have a self-realization. And again, we need to come out of this compassion and other all the material contamination. So here Bhagavad Gita is teaching. Why Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is to dissipate the lamentation of the ignorant persons. Why we are ignorant? Because we have turned against Krishna. We have to turn towards Krishna to receive the blessings from Krishna. But now what happened as a soul, but we are identifying ourselves as a body. So when you identify yourself as a body, so at that time what is happening? You wanted to lord over the material nature and you had to take a control of it. So We are towards, we are going against Krishna. So by reading this Bhagavad Gita, we'll be knowing the way in which way we have to turn towards Krishna. Then how we can take towards Krishna? So
Through
if
spiritual
I, if
master.
any analogy, Prabhu?
Through spiritual master, we can turn towards the
Okay, through
Krishna.
spiritual. Yeah, through the help of spiritual master. So we are going to. And also one more thing is the jnana is referred here. What is the jnana, actual jnana in the chapter second?
Jnana is uh, we are not a body, we are the soul, we are a eternal relationship with Krishna.
One more point. We are the parts and parts of Krishna, parts and participles of Krishna. So this is the jnana. So here we'll be studying the analytic study of material body and the spiritual soul, and about Lord Krishna also by the Supreme Soul. So what is this path of realization involves? This path of realization involves the work, what we are doing, the karma, what we are doing. That is, if it is sakama karma, we are going to face our fruit activities. And we have to know in which concept we have to fix. Till now, we are related towards only bodily concepts. So every time, everybody will be related towards body. Now, after this what Arjuna's lamentation was. He's saying that there are many impurities are there. I'm very important person, and also I'm unable to, because of my Hridaya Daurbalya, I'm unable to come out of my weakness. Because why he's having such a weakness? Because of his sentiments of compassion, nobility, worthlessness. Because showing unnecessary compassion towards which we must not show. That is incomparable. No. Actual comparison is giving Krishna to everybody so that they will be having spiritualness in the life. Without that, if you are going to into dispute food or anything, it comes again under fruit activities only. So here also, how we can what are the three phases of the absolute truth realization? Any one of you?
Bhagavan,
Brahman, Paramatma, and
Brahman,
Bhagavan feature.
Paramatma, Bhagavan.
And who are the topmost?
Bhagavan.
Bhagavan is the topmost. And Brahman and Paramatma are the partial features. And also in the transcendental ancient list, whichever may be the yogi, he is a karma yogi, jnana yogi, or any type of yogis, who is the supreme one? The bhaktas are the supreme one, because bhakti yogi is the supreme towards karma and jnana. And what are the six opulences that are said by Parashar Muni?
The six opulences is beauty, vairagyam, knowledge, Aishwaryam, and Balam. Balam means
Strength, knowledgeful,
knowledgeable.
mm. One more is there. Lakshmipati.
Lakshmipati, Aishwaryan too.
Aishwaryam, you have said, no? So afterwards, what happened according to words is, because Arjuna was having all the different types of weakness in his heart. So he's saying that I'm having lot of sins and I can't. And again he argues that art in the saying, because the superior persons are always respectable. So we can't challenge them, because now he's going to fight with Bhima and Dronacharya. He's saying that because they are supreme, if they are going to do wrong also, because we have to respect our superior persons, and they are also worshipful, because it is the general etiquette that it is coming. Because it may be sometimes with the superiors, there may be the verbal fight sometimes, and there may be harsh punishments also, but they're always respectful. And Arjuna is in the mood of also challenging Krishna, and he's asking Krishna, if you were if your grandfather Ugrasena, or your guru Sandipa Muni were there for at that time, will you counteract them? And he's giving a challenging mood to Krishna. And later he's saying that Arjuna is now also is begging that at what, whichever the cost may be, it is better to leave this and go begging. Begging is better than killing them. And he's saying different examples of this. And he also prefers that at because Duryodhana and other people are the aggressors, whereas the teachers, I just no need. I don't want to do any type of abominable action. So I don't want to have any type of sense of lost of sense of discrimination, because Bhishma and Drona are taking the in the side of Duryodhana because of their financial assistance, because they were treating them with their financial assistance in the previous year, so they don't want to come out of it. But actual dharma is on the side of Pandavas. Still, they were loyal to their respective features. So in this way, they wanted to abandon. So and now Arjuna is in a state that he is in indecision state. So which way I have to go? So whether to fight, whether not to fight, and he's also confused with everything. Why he is confused? Because if he is going to fight, there will be no enjoyment, as said in the first chapter. And if he does not fight, there will be he'll be he won't be getting he'll be getting infamy. So these two are the things. So he's having lot of confusion in his mind. So and Arjuna also considers that Arjuna is a great devotee and he is very enlightened mind. He has controlled mind and senses, and also he has the total qualification of a liberated soul, because a liberated soul is having control senses, knowledge, and devotion towards the Lord. With all these features, Arjuna is also a liberated person, liberated. But Arjuna, at this time, because of his indecisiveness, he wants to surrender to the Lord. In surrendering to the Lord, he says that till now, whatever may be my portion, and so I can't, because I'm confused about my duty and I lost my composure because of my weakness. So please kindly guide me which what I have to do and what I have to not do. Why he is giving this perplexity? Because here he has to, because we also have to understand the correct meaning of Bhagavad Gita. See, correct mood of Bhagavad Gita is because we are also having the qualities of Arjuna, and Arjuna is taking the shelter of Supreme Lord. Means before, Arjuna is a very good friend of our Krishna, and now he takes Krishna as his guru and he becomes the first disciple of Bhagavad Gita. So this is, but some of the people know, the mundane scholars and different peoples, no, they want to sell their Bhagavad Gita books, what they have written upon their own, but they will give the cover of Bhagavad Gita as Arjuna. By seeing the cover, some people will be taking that because they don't understand what is the actual reality of Bhagavad Gita. So they don't submit or they don't surrender to Lord Krishna. Who are the people they can't surrender? They will be the greatest fools because they can't understand Bhagavad Gita. Because when we are having the confirmation and when we depend and when we are on the dependent side and the faithfulness, no other way, because we are non-envious of Krishna, so we are having faith in Krishna. So even if it is even if Arjuna is going to win the battle or if he is going to fail the battle also, it is on the order of Krishna, because Arjuna performs his duty as an instrument in the hands of the Lord. So Arjuna says that I can't do anything. So kindly clear my confusion, whatever may be. Whatever the guru or whatever the spiritual master is going to say, that I will follow it. Means here the practical application is one must surrender to the spiritual master. Still, why one must surrender to the spiritual master? Because the spiritual master has already realized the truth. What is the truth? Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And everything is solved. Everything of the material perplexities, everything will be solved by taking the shelter of Guru. Or everything is solved by taking the shelter of Krishna. So, different problems may be different. Some people it will be a wealth problem, some people it will be a health problem, financial problem, different problems. But the main solution is we have to have unlimited knowledge is there, unlimited irreligious principles are there. But the religious principles, what are the orders of Krishna? When you are going to follow the orders of Krishna, and when you are going to take the help of spiritual master, you will be in 100% of Krishna consciousness. So that when you are in 100% of Krishna consciousness, you can solve everything, no? There is nothing that you are going to get strength from Krishna. You are going to get answers from Krishna. When the questions are there and you are getting the answers from Krishna, your question paper is solved. So there is no need to have any type of anxiety, tension, or anything. Because when you'll be having that anxiety, tension, anything, when you are not having required faith in Krishna, when you are having faith in Krishna, everything is possible. It means it is the actual real happiness is going to get there. So how can we consult Krishna? By reading the scriptures of Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and different books. Also we can be connected towards Krishna. And also by reading different small books, big books of Srila Prabhupada, we'll be always be in Krishna consciousness. And now in the scene there is entry of Sanjaya, and in the Sanjaya was saying, he was reporting everything to into Dhritarashtra, and Sanjaya reports whatever the Arjuna honestly expresses. At that time, what will happen? Dhritarashtra will be very happy because Arjuna is lamenting. So in the next sloka, Sanjaya says that what is the way to curb this lamentations and other things? To take the shelter of the Lord, as Arjuna has taken the shelter of Lord Krishna. Means that is the only way of Krishna consciousness. So, and also here Sanjaya disappoints. And also here Sanjaya is going to disappoint in Dhritarashtra by declaring that Arjuna he has completely, he doesn't want to fight, or he doesn't want to kill the enemies. So at that time, no, because it is a temporary stage. But what will happen? Dhritarashtra will be feeling, oh, this is so good because my kids are going to get the kingdom. So he is very much in a happy mood. In the next time, Arjuna, in the next sloka, Sanjaya will say that no, these are the what are the effects of surrenderance? Enlightenment will be there, and the lamentation and different material enforcement will be relieved, and we'll be reinstated in our own duty. And the thing why Dhritarashtra was again disappointed because Arjuna was reinstated in his duty. Why he was reinstated? Because of his reinstation in duty. Means he has to fight the battle. Because Krishna accepts as the role as per his devotee's desire. Because Sanjay reports that Krishna was smiling in between both the armies. So at that time, why Krishna is smiling? Because he's going to give us Bhagavad Gita. It is the one reason. And he desires. Because Arjuna desires Krishna to be his friend and guru. So Krishna was smiling because he was chosen by his friend to be a disciple, and his friend became a first disciple of Bhagavad Gita. And this knowledge, the friends, enemies are equally entitled to hear. only friends are only hearing and enemies are not able to hear. It's nothing like that. Bhagavad Gita can be heard by anybody, not any soul. So it is, but this Bhagavad Gita is in between the two armies. And now what is the, after coming to this section, the first answer, what the compassion towards Bhishma and Dronacharya is answered now. And this jnana is, there is no death for the soul and the body can never be saved. This is the jnana what we are going to read this. In the first argument, the section first argument is the compassion. Compassion raised against the Bhima and Dronacharya. So here Krishna is going to answer it. Means he is going to give you are not this body and you are going to be, you are a soul. This is the first answer what Krishna is going to say. So Krishna chastises Arjuna. Why Krishna is chastising Arjuna? Krishna is chastising Arjuna because he's mistaken. He's saying that I am this body. So, but if it this is a true lamentation, because if you are when we don't know that we are a soul, till that we are in bodily consciousness only. So he was truly wisely lamenting, painting. Sorry. He was truly lamenting for the living and not for the dead. And also the practically here, Krishna is giving us, this is the misconception, you must be having your strong words. So he's chastising in the slokas. Now we'll read the slokas from 2.11 to 2.30 for today's section. Hare Krishna. Any one of you?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Text 11. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Text 12. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Text 13. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from bodyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I can go ahead up till 30, Prabhu, not 13.
Okay, sorry. Text 14. O son of Kundi, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O scion of Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. Text 15. O best among men, Arjuna, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress and is steady in both is certainly eligible for liberation. Text 16. Those who are seer of the truth have concluded that of the non-existent, the material body, there is no endurance, and the eternal, the soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both. Text 17. That which perverts the entire body you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy that imperishable soul. Text 18. The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore, fight, O descendant of Bharata. Text 19. Neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is in the knowledge. For the self slays, nor is slain. Text 20. For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. O Bharata, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and immutable, kill anyone or cause anyone to kill. Text 22. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. Text 23. The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. Text 24. This individual soul is unbreakable and insoluble and can be neither burned nor dried. He is all everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same. Text 25. It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, and immutable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. Text 26. If, however, you think that the soul or the symptoms of life will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament, O mighty Amen. Text 27. One who has taken his birth is sure to die, and after death, one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament. Text 28. All created beings are unmanifest in their beginning, manifest in their interim state, and unmanifest again when annihilated. So, what needs is there for lamentation? Lamentation. Text 29. Some look on the soul as amazing, some describe him as amazing, and some hear of him as amazing, while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. Text 30. O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being. Hare Krishna.
Haribol Prabhu. So now here the answer what we are getting. The thing is, this is a jnana. The jnana is we have to, as per here Arjuna, jnana is to find. There is no death for the soul, and the body can never be saved. This is the main theme of 2.11 to 2 point. And this is the main answer for the compassion. What Arjuna was saying, no, different for five reasons, compassion. So for that also here. Means here we have to practically see that the spirit soul is eternal, it is indestructible. Whereas this material nature is temporary. Material body or the material nature is temporary. Because of this, one should not be bewildered by the destruction of material body, or one should not lament on this material body. Because why we must not lament? Because it is just like old clothes. If the clothes are torn and other things, what we are going to do? We are going to just throw them and we are going to take new clothes on them. The same thing here also, it is the practical application. And one more practical application is that we have to remain fixed in our prescribed duties. When we are fixed in our prescribed duties, then what will happen? Then you'll purify all your material contamination and allows us to realize our eternal self, or the self-realization will happen. So the truly wise people do not mistake the body to be the self. So for the first step of teaching here is the misconception, which requires a strong words. What is that? According to. So according to into Shastras, what is that? Individuality is never lost because the soul is, all the living entities are the parts and parcels of Krishna. So all the living entities are eternal. Krishna is eternal, so we are also eternal. And we are the parts and parcels of Krishna as Amshas or Anus. So therefore, there is no lamentation of our birth. There is no lamentation of birth or no lamentation of death. After death also we are going to have the life, because as the body, as we are taking the clothes, we are going to have next clothes, new clothes. And also here Krishna, here Arjuna may also change our body. If we are changing also, it is just like, it is also still lamentation only, no? Why? Then Krishna gives the answer that the change of body is having 6 features. What are they? From a small boy to kid to boyhood to old age. And these are the natural changes that body is going to have. So there must be no lamentation. Like this also you are having, because changes are happening as we are growing. So there is no need of lamentation. And again, but what will happen? The third reason Arjuna will be asking, but we do lament for loss of our youth to old age, no? If I have seen a white hair on my hair, I'll be feeling no, I'm becoming old, so I have to need it to color my hair. If my eyes, I can't see with this eyes properly, so I'll go near ophthalmist and I'll get my glasses so that I can see clearly. These are the indications that you are going to, if your tooth is having a failure, go to the dentist and you'll fix your tooth. Your hearing is going to be impaired, and you'll go to the ENT doctor and you'll make it fix so that you can hear it with a hearing aid and other thing. So in this way also, if I'm going from youth to old age, I may be lamenting, no. So here Krishna is also giving that if Bhishma and Drona, they are very old bodies. So they'll be getting new bodies. If they are not going, if suppose if they are going to die in this war also, they are going to get heavenly bodies. So in heaven they'll be having all type of heavenly body, means they'll be every time in youth only, no. There is no bronze in heavens. There is no bronze such as a kid and other things. They'll be born as a youth and they'll die as a youth. So now there is no need for lamentation if there is a loss of boyhood from youth to they are going to old age. So here Krishna again refutes that if they are going to in the war, if they are going to be dead, yet they will be taking newer bodies, or they may be in the heavenly planets. So that is also rejoicing only as a heavenly points. If they are going to stay there, they are going to enjoy the things more than this. And Arjuna thinks that by attachments, now am very much attached to this my current body and relatives. And this is also a type of lamentation and losing them. This is also. Then Krishna says that you have to tolerate. You have to tolerate it. Without toleration, how can you be? See, at the time of winter season, it will be very cold. For a wife to do go and cook in the kitchen, it becomes difficulty. But she does her duty. If it is a summer season also, it will be very hot. She will be sweating lotly. That also at that time also. So just tolerate it. Without tolerate, there is no permanent solution. No. Means there is a sense of precipitation. Or you, because he is attached towards only the body, he is giving all this different. No. Still, I know that they are eternal. There is no, at that time you must not lament, means no, have to, because there is a change of physical activity. From boy, he is coming to kid. From boyhood to youth. So there may this is also a cause of, because there are changes in my body. Now he's saying from youth to old age, again all these ugly things are going to have, and I'll be having type of wrinkles and other things. So what you have to do? So when they are going to kill at your old age, they are going to get your freshly bodies. Now he is saying, I'm attached to all my relatives and other things. So I'm having a lamentation for losing all them. So at that time, you have to tolerate, because that is only the permanent. There is no permanent solution. So this is not permanent. So you have to tolerate itself. Then Krishna is explaining that who will be the seekers of the truth. And he says that soul is eternal, body is temporary. Kauravas cannot escape the death. Even Arjuna does not go and does not kill also, because their body is sure to end, because Krishna has killed them already. But here Arjuna is acting as an instrument to kill them. How Krishna is going to kill them? As the Kala feature of Krishna, everybody is going to be killed by Krishna only. But the name and fame is going to given by Arjuna. And in this way, there is a argument, and Arjuna makes an argument. by violence. I'm going to inculcate all the sinful activities, sinful reactions also. Then Krishna refutes that because you are acting under my superior direction, so they won't incur any type of sinful reaction because working under the instructions of Guru. If Guru is saying, because Guru has seen already the truth. So, if you are following the footsteps of Acharyas and Guru, there are no sinful reactions. And again, Arjuna may argue, Bhishma and Drona will lose his present bodies because this is the source of enjoyment to them. If they are going to change, how will their happiness? At that time, Krishna is refuting that. He says that change of body is just like a dress. Because they are going to get the fresh body, so they'll be having happiness. They don't know about the previous things. And in the next few verses, Arjuna, anyway, Arjuna's weapons. And he's saying that anyway, your weapons are not going to kill any type of soul because the soul is indestructible, immeasurable. So anyway, it is not killed by you because this body may be killed by you, but the soul is indestructible and it doesn't kill. And and after that, Arjuna thinks that Arjuna, or we may also think that there is no soul. The body is all in all. Some people like philosophers and other things, or the non-atheist persons, they think that there is no soul. The body is there, it is all in all. So at that time, Krishna further says that even there is no soul, still there is no cause of lamentation because this body is made up of chemicals. What are the chemicals? After at the time of death, you are going to burn everything. So you'll be getting only 50 grams of calcium from your bones, 50 grams of different phosphorus, nitrogen, and other things. If you value it, that it will come only under 200 rupees. So your body is made up of only 200 rupees. It's not that, no, because this body is just like a car. If the car is there, you can't go. You need to have a driver to ride the car. So this is the thing what Arjuna and Krishna, this is the main theme what we are going to discuss. So here also there are different theories are there, different theories by given by. And some people are there called Mayavadis. They say that Aham Brahmasmi, I am equal to God. And they say that individual soul is separate and it is broken from consciousness and covering. This is the illusion what you are speaking. What will the Mayavadi people will say? They say that individuality exists only in conditional state. What is the conditional state? In this body. Body is a conditional state because it is ruled by the three modes of nature. And this Mayavadi says that individuality exists only in this conditioned soul. And the furthest, Krishna is refuting the statement as the Lord. Individuality of the Lord and the living entities are also there. But how? Because the individuality of the soul is dasa. It is not the soul, it is a soul. It is a spirit soul, but it is the part and parcels of Lord Krishna. But the nature of the soul is dasa. So this Mayavad, they'll say that individuality is material, it is not spiritual at all. When there is no soul in your body, if they're saying that you are not a soul, you are only body, all in all. So they refute the principal statement of soul only. So at that time, what can confirm that because they are non-atheist people, so they don't believe in godliness. They just say that this body. What is the Charvak is theory? Beg, borrow, and steal. Be happy. Whichever the way you are happy, you must be happy. Because after this body is gone, where I'm going, where I'm not going, I don't know. Now I am real. I am real. This is my body. So beg, borrow, and steal. Be happy. That is the Charvak theory. So this theory is followed by this Mayavadis also. Mayavadis, they say that the conditional soul, individuality exists only in the conditioned state. Only in this material body, you are the body. You are only this body. And they say that only the body conception is only true. And they say that it's not related to, because they're non-atheist people. But only a devotee, coming back to devotee understands what the concept of spiritual or spirit soul. Because we know we are the spirit souls. What is the failure of Mayavadi theory? The failure of Mayavadi theory are they are just. I'll give you a nice example. If you want to taste the honey, so what you will do, you'll just go to a shop and you'll buy the honey bottle and you'll open it and you'll lick the honey, so you'll get the taste of honey. But here, Mayavadi people will be there, no? They will buy the honey bottle. They don't want to open the lid of that honey bottle and they'll be licking the honey. They'll be they can release the taste of honey. They can't release the taste of honey, no? That will be the theory. This is the failure of Mayavadis or the non-devotees or the atheist who doesn't believe in God. These are the devotees. And every time these Mayavadikar come, no, they will be saying that Bhagavad Gita, the concept of soul is only not there, or the spiritual individuality. They'll say that this material body is all in all. Buy, beg, borrow, and steal. Be happy. After this, I don't know where we'll go and where we'll come. They don't require that self-realization. So their refutation is only up till here. But the basic understanding what we have to know is there is difference between individual body, and the soul. What are the differences? Because many are there. Means we'll be getting fresh bodies. After that, we'll be getting a fresh body. So one who will be having this perfect knowledge and the constitution of the soul and super soul, or both materially and spiritually, and they'll be having tolerated towards the duties and undisturbed towards the changes. This philosophies or the spirits are the eternal fragments of the Lord, and spirit soul is fallible. Our soul is fallible, but Krishna is infallible. Means we are the parts in. We are Kshara and Krishna is Kshara. Kshara means more fallible, which is because we'll be taking different clothes or the different. After that, we'll be taking the next body. But Krishna is Akshara, infallible. And the soul never, and we have to also think that the soul never merges with the Supreme Lord. That is our theory. But some other philosophers and some other people, they say that the soul merges in the Brahman. Who are that? The yogis are the different persons. They will say that the spirit soul merges in that. But never. Even after liberation also, our soul will be an individual entity. So, even after liberation also, spirit soul remains fragmented part of Krishna and it will be in the service of Krishna. And soul is never equal to the supreme soul. Why? Because we have Kshara and Lord Krishna is Akshara. And also the living entity. Because of this Maya, we'll be thinking that Lord Krishna is also just like us only. But it's not that. Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And he is not equal. Supreme personality is never equal. Our soul is never equal to the supreme soul. Because our soul, the measurement of soul is how we have to tolerate. Why we must tolerate? Because we don't have any type of permanent solution other than refuting the statement. So at that time, what we have to do? We have to tolerate it as the summer season and the winter season will be illustrated. We have to learn to tolerate without being disturbed. At that time only, we can do our prescribed duties without inconvenience. And also, here we have to learn that prescribed duties are essential for our spiritual advancement, also. How they can support us? Because if we are in a material desires are there, if you can regulate your material desires and gradually detach one from bodily concept of life and allow him to raise in the platform of knowledge or the jnana towards the platform of the soul, at that time what you'll have, you'll be having the essentials of spiritual. We will be advancing in spiritual advancement. Why? Because you are having the ability to tolerate the sense perceptions of mana, apamana, and also having tolerated of the months of winter and summer. And we are not going to have irritability because we will be having in a regulated life. And what we'll be focusing on the higher goal of liberation. That is going back to Godhead rather than overcoming this dualities of happiness, illness, and distress, honor, good deeds, bad deeds, all this different of prescribed words are the thing. And also Krishna also mentions that at the first time when we know the what is our spiritual goal, that is liberation from this material contamination. How we can liberate? By performing our prescribed duties. That is your karma, you have to follow it, and by obtaining the knowledge of jnana. What is the knowledge of jnana? That is, we are the soul, and we are the parts and parcels of Lord Krishna, and we are having an eternal relationship with Krishna. This is a prerequisite for liberation. So after knowing all this also, we'll be having means steadily we'll be doing our prescribed duties. And what is the higher goal? What is the higher when we can go for spiritual? When we are having tolerance to this material conditions. And also we have to have a clear vision because we are in this state with bodily consciousness. To avoid this lamentation, what we have to do, we have to be we must become an weapon that cannot kill or harm the soul. We must never harm the soul, or we must never harm any of the living entities, because when we know that the knowledge of soul and body, then what will happen? We'll be pleasing for. We know which is going to. This body is temporary and the soul is permanent. When you know that the soul is a part and parcel of Krishna, and the spirit, that is permanent. Body is temporarily, and it will be changing according to the every moment we can change. And these opinions are also agreed by few people, and they are not agreed by few people. That is, there will be impersonalist and personalist. Impersonalist, they don't agree that every time everything they will be changing, but it is not according to Supreme Lord. Personalists believe that it is changing by the order of the Supreme Lord. So these are the two different. And this body will be existing for some time, and it won't be exist for other time. And there are two givings of what are the two kinds of ignorance? What the living entity will be having is every time it will be taking this in bodily consciousness. It can't take in the soul consciousness because we are not in that platform of transcendental knowledge. So every time it will give us misconception of our identity that no, we are the body, we are the matter, we are not the spirit soul. And and also saying that some of the people will say aham brahmasmi, and this is no, every identifying oneself as God. No, I am the pleasure taker. I don't want to serve others. I am the pleasure taker. So every time this ignorance will be happening when we don't have an relationship with the actual supreme personality. Why we are not having relationship, the worshipping and worshipable? Because because when we see that we are the parts and parcels of Krishna, we are the anu, or we are the anu and Lord is Vibhu. As we are, the qualities of the fire and the spark of the fire is one and the same. It gives heat and light. The spark also gives the heat and light. But the spark is very comparatively very negligible when compared to the whole fire. So it is Abeda Tattva. Abeda Tattva of Chaitanya. So this is our principle what we need to follow. And how to understand Krishna. And also they say that Krishna is one can understand through study of some scriptures, and also what is the relationship between the supreme being is understood by the relationship between the parts and the whole. And the living being is the supreme nature, because it is the parts and parcels of Krishna. Also, there are different, because energy and energetic are different. Energetic is the supreme, and energy is the nature for the subordinate. So, material energy is different, material energetic. Or you can also take that it implies that the superior person and the subordinate. Superior is the Lord, and the subordinate are the souls. Master, and you can also take as master and the servant. So the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to drive away all our ignorance. What are all our ignorance? That is compassion, and also we are not this body. That is because we are not this body. This is the soul. That is the actual purpose of Bhagavad Gita. The second point, what we have to be enlightened is, and enlightened, because enlightenment of all living things are coming from time, all the time to come. So what is our enlightenment? What is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita? That we must be in our transcendental consciousness. We are the spirit soul. So what are the characteristics of the soul? What are the characteristics? It's eternally, soul is an individual personality. Soul is an individual, and it is the parts and parcels of the Lord. Soul is unborn. So it doesn't take any type of birth. Which takes the birth? The body takes. Soul is indestructible and eternal. Indestructible means it never dies. Body can die. And soul is immeasurable. Why it is immeasurable? Because it is said that the soul is very small. When you take a tip of your hair is you can just catch with your fingers. So that tip, when it is divided by 1 by 10,000 times, then that small particle will be our soul. You can measure that? We can't measure it. So it is immeasurable. And also, the soul never undergoes any type of changes, because it is a part and parcel of Krishna. It may be very little, but it doesn't have any type of changes. What? As per the body, you'll be having 6 changes. And soul is also immutable, because it never becomes a god. Soul always remains as an infinite spirit soul only. So in that way, if you are taking the whole world, the souls will be it will fill only towards your morsel of your food. Total. If you are going to have a morsel of your food, that will be the proper souls of the whole world. So it is very, very small, no? If you can catch everything eating, no, this will be your soul. So different bodies they have taken. So yeah, and also the characteristics are, it cannot be cut, it cannot be burned, it cannot be dried or wetted. It cannot be cut by different astras and shastras. It cannot be burned by the fire. It cannot be dried by the sun. It cannot be wet by the rain. And it is having immovable book. Soul cannot be movable, because once it enters this body, it can leave the body at the time of your exam. That is a death. It can't move freely. No, I don't require this body, so I want next body. It doesn't go. When this body becomes useful, it leaves the body and it goes to the other body. So it is unchangeable, and it will be everlasting, and it is eternally there. Sanatana. Because Lord is Sanatana, the soul is also Sanatana, or eternally the same. And where is the position of the soul? The position of the soul is the region of the heart. As per Mundaka Upanishad, they will say that it is in the region of your heart. And the soul, living entities who are present in different natures also, Sarvagataha, means present at the sun or Vayu or different also. But the position of the soul is always in the heart. And this heart, no, when you are taking, eating, breathing, and other things, so this soul will be revolving all over the body. And how to perceive that soul is conceivable, and how you can't perceive the soul? When you would have seen many people dying like that. So at that time, your body will be left. They'll say this man left. What is actual left? The consciousness, or the Chaitanya in here, the Krishna consciousness is left. So the body is there only. So The soul cannot be seen. So it is invisible and inconceivable. So by human eyes, we can't see the soul or we can't conceive. But what is the symptom of the soul? We are having the perceiving of consciousness. Chaitanyam is there, no? Chaitanyam Indiam. That is the consciousness. There is a soul in your body. By different Shrutis and other things also, you will get the proof. And by different mundopa. See, by analogy, if the sun is pervading in the entire universe and maintaining, it means it is giving light and it is maintaining different material bodies. If the sun is not there, how can we see? If the sun is not coming, everything will be in the dark. You can't even see your hand in the dark. So you need some medium to see. If it is your hand also to see, you need a medium of sun in the daylight, and in the night you need some electricity so that you can see. Without the medium, you can't see anything. So in the same way here also, and so you can, if you are pervading in this body, you are having the soul. Soul is pervaded in our body. That is the analogy. And we can also take different analogies for that. The soul is there. If you go to if a person is suffering from a jaundice, so at that time what the doctor will say, just ask him to drink the sugarcane juice, which is very sweet. But for the jaundice patient, what will be his taste buds are very so he can't feel the taste. Whichever if it is sweet sugarcane juice also, he feels the bitterness of sweetness. He doesn't feel. When your jaundice is cured, if you are going to drink the sugarcane juice, it is very sweet. The same way here also, we cannot conceive, or we can soul is inconceivable, and the soul is surrounded by these five kinds of air, and the soul can be and different yoga systems are there where they can be relieved. So the soul cannot be killed and the body cannot be saved before death. This is the main concept what we have learned today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Any doubts or anything? Is it clear?
Yes, Mataji. Very clear, Mataji.
Very clear.
Hare Krishna Mataji, you told soul is Kshara and Krishna is Akshara.
Akshara.
What is that mean?
Kshara means fallible. Fallible. It will fall down. Akshara means infallible. Krishna never falls down. He'll be in the spiritual science sky only, where we'll be going to different planetary systems and we'll be again falling to this earthly. So fallible, infallible. You can take just as an example.
Mataji, soul is infinite, but when we are going to other body, we are forgetting old bodies, stories and all.
Yeah,
Previous
because
body
we don't
stories.
have that much brain, Prabhu. Krishna is the person, Krishna is the Supreme Lord, so he knows all the previous, past, perfect, past, present, and future. But if we know the past, no, we can't stay in this future, no. We can't stay in the present.
Correct, Mataji.
So Krishna has given that arrangement for that.
Even though current forget also one of the good thing to our body.
Yeah. Because no, the soul always remains autonomous.